जस्ट हिंदी देखने वाले सारे व्यूअर्स को प्रोग्राम स्ट्रेट टॉक में स्वागत करते हैं। नमस्कार, गुड इवनिंग एंड वेलकम टू स्ट्रेट टॉक। आज इस प्रोग्राम में आपके साथ एक बहुत ही स्पेशल मैं ग्रुप लेके आई हूँ। इस ग्रुप के डिफरेंट टीम मेंबर्स के साथ अक्सर हमें मौका मिलता है डिस्कशंस करने का, एंड जो इस ग्रुप की इम्पोर्टेंस है ख़ास करके यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में अगर हम बात करें कम्युनिटी रिप्रेजेंटेशन को लेके, इस ग्रुप एक प्रीमियर आप कह लो डिस्टिंक्शन रखता है जो कि साउथ एशियन खास करके इंडियन ओरिजिन कम्युनिटी यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में बेस्ड है उनके लिए। सो ऑफ कोर्स आई मस्ट बी टॉकिंग अबाउट आपी। एंड अगर आप इस ग्रुप के साथ नहीं फेमिलियर, मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है आपको बताते हुए कि जो अमेरिकन एसोसिएशन ऑफ फिजिशियंस ऑफ इंडियन ओरिजिन एक ऐसा ग्रुप है, एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो 1982 से एग्जिस्ट करती है। 80,000 से ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिसिंग फिजिशियंस इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का हिस्सा रखते हैं खास करके यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में। बट इट्स नॉट जस्ट द यूएस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे खास करके बैक होम इंडिया में इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का बहुत बड़ा फुटप्रिंट है। एंड मुझे आज बहुत ही खुशी हो रही है, मान महसूस हो रहा है एक बार फिर आपी लीडरशिप के साथ ये प्रोग्राम पेश करते हुए। वी हैव सम एक्साइटिंग अनाउंसमेंट्स टू शेयर विथ यू इस शाम के प्रोग्राम में। सो लेट्स गेट राइट टू इट। हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं इस स्पेशल प्रोग्राम में आपी लीडरशिप में। सबसे पहले सारे पैनलिस्ट को प्रोग्राम में स्वागत करती हूँ। वेलकम टू ऑल ऑफ आवर पैनलिस्ट दिस इवनिंग। नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
So good to have you all. Dr. Anupama Gotimukula, you joined us recently on this program, current president of API. You shared a little bit about your philosophy, your focus as a medical professional for so many years, and some of the big accomplishments of your tenure. But of course, the position is now you're handing the baton off in just a few months. And I'm so excited to have on this panel tonight, not just you as the current president, but Dr. Ravi Kohli as the president-elect of API. Dr. Kohli, welcome to the program to you as well.
Thank you.
And of course, I told viewers, many viewers ko bhi bataya कि we have an exciting announcement to share. And obviously, you know, when we talk about physicians, there has been such a big focus on the service that medical professionals of all walks of life have been serving to the community during these tough COVID years. But as COVID seems to be kind of, I'm not going to say on its way out, you guys would know better than that. But certainly the restrictions and some of the limitations imposed on our lifestyle are on their way out. And so I'm so excited to share news about the annual API convention, which is taking place in sunny San Antonio this year. And so we have the chair of the API convention, Dr. Jayesh Shah, also joining us from San Antonio. Welcome to the program, Dr. Shah.
Thank you.
So good to have you all once again. We have so many wonderful things to cover, not just about the organization, the leadership values, but also this really exciting convention that's coming up at the end of June. But let's start with you, Dr. Anupama. It's always a pleasure to have you on the program, Doctor, and you're so, you bring such insight as a female leader of not just this organization, but in your role as a medical professional. Dr. Anupama, it must be sad to say goodbye to the esteemed position of the president, but we're very sure you're proud of the work you've done. So let's start with that, Dr. Anupama. In your tenure as president of API, what are some of the big accomplishments that you'd love to share with us today?
Thank you, Jasmita, and thank you, Just TV, for doing this program of physicians. First of all, I want to say Happy Doctors Day.
Oh.
March 30th is the National Doctors Day.
Wonderful.
So I want to communicate this message to all my fellow physicians who are working in the United States. And about the API, what I have done this year, it's humongous and there's a lot to talk about, but let me just put it in a nutshell, since we have a very limited time, we all know COVID has affected our lives, and not only just physicians, patients, and families, and we have gone through a very rough course, and we are still recovering from that. So for our communities, that's where we are. We are service-oriented professions, so our services are to our patients. So I congratulate all my physicians who have been putting their time to serve their patients, and they've gone beyond their levels. And now we are facing this unique problem, physician burnout. And so we have been addressing a lot of issues, how to cope up with stress. So lifestyle modifications is something we need to adopt to get out of the stress. So how do we be healthy? We have to be healthy ourselves, to treat our patients, right? So we need to be healthy ourselves. So we have been covering a lot of topics on lifestyle medicine, how to cope up stress, adequate sleep, good nutrition, exercise, and socially be connected, and some habits we have to leave. So those are the kind of things we covered in the beginning of the year. And also we have done several projects this year, like blood donation drives nationally. So we all know that blood banks are depleted now, and we have severe shortage of blood products. So we have started this 75 unique blood donation drive in 75 cities. So we are almost done, like 28, 29 cities, and we will continue this good work. And also for India, when COVID hit India, Delta wave, and we lost many lives, even many of our family members. So we raised funds, and we did 5 million fundraiser, and it is going really good. We are still doing our works in India. We gave them concentrators and oxygen plants, and we are doing now ventilators as well as plants, and some equipment to run in the labs. Like you get a big wave again, they are well prepared to face another fourth wave, which we are talking about, the variant of Omicron, which is again on rise. So we don't know how it's going to be. So we are well prepared now to face that worst pandemic again, but with confidence. And also vaccination is something we pushed for, but we are doing well, I guess. But still the country is behind, 35% of population are still not vaccinated. So as physicians, we are advocates of vaccines. So we do all these educational talks and healthcare talks to the patients, community outreach programs, which is what we have been doing. And also in India, rural health project, we have adopted 75 rural villages in India in different states, and we want to focus on preventive care rather than the disease care. So prevention is better than cure. So we have done some camps, and we have seen sadly that diabetes is on rise and renal disease on rise. We have seen a lot of patients having renal problem, they don't even know. So we are putting emphasis on how to build guidelines for Indian Preventive Task Force, which, like in United States, we have preventive guidelines like screening guidelines and all, which we don't have.
Yeah.
So that's where we are focusing now with the Indian government. And also Dr. Shah will talk more about convention. We have a partnership with India, US government. We have a town hall meeting, and Dr. Shah will talk more about it. So and there's, Dr. Ravi Kohli will take over next year, who will be focusing on how to, address the physician burnout. And also many doctors are leaving the profession actually because of this burnout.
Wow.
So we are started some legislative sessions with our lawmakers. We had very good sessions called Latte with Legislators, where we are meeting one-on-one with our senators and congressmen, and we are talking about how do we address this issue, why physicians, it's going to be a severe shortage in next 4-5 years, so we don't want physicians to leave the profession. So healthcare industry is very badly affected because of the COVID. So those are the things I have been working on all this year, and it's been an exciting year. And I will leave in few months, but with great satisfaction that I have done some part for API, through API to the community.
Absolutely. Dr. Anupama, you make it seem so effortless and so easy the way you go through the list, but each of those initiatives that you've talked about are huge accomplishments in their own right. So kudos to you, congratulations for a successful tenure. But of course, the baton is being handed off, and I'd love to hear, Dr. Ravi Kohli, about your take on what priorities API will be focusing on under your tenure and in general. You know, this medical professional burnout topic is such a big story right now. There's been some stuff in the news, and so I'd love to hear how, at least within this organization, a dedicated effort is being made to focus on that. And to that end, that theme, it runs rampant all the way to the convention, in the sense that Dr. Shah, you know, you'll be sharing with us how at the API annual convention this year, wellness and especially when it comes to some of our cultural specialties in mental well-being, whether it's yoga, or other meditative practices, how those will take center stage. So like I said, really exciting program. Panelists, I request you all stick around. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. Dr. Kohli will speak with you about your focus coming up after this commercial break. Viewers, आप भी कहीं ना जाइए, स्ट्रेट टॉक प्रोग्राम आपके साथ ऐसे ही कन्वर्सेशन जारी रहेगी ब्रेक के उस पार। ब्रेक के बाद जस्ट हिंदी के सारे व्यूअर्स को स्वागत करते हैं। आप देख रहे हो प्रोग्राम स्ट्रेट टॉक। मैं आपकी होस्ट आश्मिता। आज हम एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ बात कर रहे हैं जो कि खास करके यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में एक सिग्निफिकेंट पावर हाउस की तरह काम करती है, खास करके मेडिकल प्रोफेशन में। किस इंडिविजुअल ने API का नाम नहीं सुना? आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द अमेरिकन एसोसिएशन ऑफ फिजिशियंस ऑफ इंडियन ओरिजिन, ऑल्सो नोन एज API, जिसके ऑलमोस्ट 30+ ईयर्स में 80,000 से ज़्यादा मेंबर्स हैं सिर्फ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में, एंड जो उनका फुटप्रिंट दैट इज़ इंटरनेशनल। सो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सम ऑफ द वर्क। एग्जीक्यूटिव लीडरशिप हमारे साथ जुड़ी हुई है। It's my pleasure to welcome back our guest for this evening. Thank you everyone for sticking around. You know, Dr. Anupama, current president of API, it's so inspiring to hear about some of the work that you're doing and the focus. You know, I think sometimes the average person, when they think about medical professionals, they just think of them in terms of the care that they receive, right? And sometimes when you go to see a doctor, it could be the worst day of your life or a really scary moment in any person's life. But it's so great to connect with you and your team always, because you share with us all of the other projects that at least this organization of medical professionals is involved in, not just charitable back home in India, but some really progressive legislative stuff. Like you said, you work with elected officials locally, and a group of this size, I mean, who can ignore some of the agenda items that you bring forth? So this topic of medical professional burnout has been trending in the news recently. There was a recent story of a nurse who she gave the wrong medicine to a patient, which resulted in a fatality. The patient ended up dying because of it, and everyone is now focused on, you know, was she negligent? Was she, you know, ill prepared to do that, or was she just so tired? Was she so burnt out that a genuine mistake just resulted in the worst case scenario result? So, Dr. You know, Ravi Kohli, this is something that you take really seriously. You've worked in the field of psychiatry for over 34 years in Pittsburgh, and this is a particular issue that you want to keep front and center as you come in as API president. Dr. Kohli, first and foremost, you know, as an industry professional and expert, what can you share with the average person, the public that's watching us right now, about the severity of this mental burnout that medical professionals across the board are facing that we may not understand in depth, right? What can you share about that with us?
Yeah, good evening, Ashmita, and thank you, Just TV, for bringing us all here to interact with the public. And our focus is public, and we are the public-facing profession. And like you mentioned, burnout has been the burning topic for physicians. And some studies have shown 84% physicians have some level of burnout.
Wow.
And it is rising as well
Wow.
during the past 2 years of pandemic. And at least 200 to 300 physicians in United States commit suicide every day.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, every year, I'm
Wow.
sorry. So that is about, it's like losing two classes of medical students every year,
Right.
while we're also facing physician shortage. So this is an acute problem that is being compounded and compounded further and further. And as a matter of fact, Congress had just passed a legislation called Lorna Breen Act, named after the physician who committed suicide on April 26, 2020. She was an emergency room physician in New York. And at the peak of pandemic, she was so exhausted emotionally and physically, and she could not handle it anymore, and she committed suicide. And these are not just far and few in between. Unfortunately, these statistics are rising. So this is a severe problem, and as a physician and as a psychiatrist, I know the value of mental health and the impairment it can cause, and also the stigma and the barriers to seek mental health treatment readily, culturally, as well as even societally, even here, in spite of the education and advancement we have in so many other fields,
Right.
mental health is still lacking in acceptance even here.
Right.
So my silent call for my year is to help with the physician wellness and help them have a support system in place that respects them and gives them dignity and the honor they truly deserve, serving so many people at their worst time of their lives, but while at the same time facing immense challenges that are bureaucratic, that are
Right.
social, that are resources, and all those things compounding their work. Pressure.
I mean, once again, most people, are professionally active and have these jobs where they work, a 9 to 5 or whatever the schedule is. They come home and they have to juggle work and family and, personal responsibilities. But for medical professionals, your schedules are not a simple 9 to 5. And the subject of your work is literally other people's lives. When one of us has a bad day, you accidentally send a wrong email or something, or your boss is mad at you for not meeting a deadline. When a physician has a bad day, the consequences can be so severe. And recently with COVID, the pressures it's put on the medical professionals are immense, and it's so good to see that OPPI, an organization that is so forward-facing, is going to be tackling that. Dr. Kohli, when you take over as president, this is something that you want to focus on. I'd love to hear, especially from the physician's standpoint, what are some of the, certain things that you can share with us that you may recommend or you may want to put into practice for physicians who may be suffering from or experiencing burnout and may not necessarily know how to deal with it, right? The answer doesn't have to be as severe or extreme as suicide or even leaving the job that you're so passionate about, you work so hard to achieve, right? So Dr. Kohli, what are some things that you think you'll be implementing or recommending to the OPPI members and in general as president once you take over?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head as far as mistakes by a physician or a healthcare professional have severe dire consequences, like you mentioned earlier, alluded to a nurse giving a wrong medicine at Vanderbilt University resulting in a death, and criminal charges. She was criminally charged and she's going to go to prison for a long time. That is so unfortunate, and the system is not helping with the technology, overwhelming, and sometimes there are so many distractions and conflicting demands and lack of support from higher ups and burnout and staffing issues are all compounding it. For example, the suicide is 2 times higher in the female physician than compared to general population, and 1.5 times more for the
Oh
male
my
physician
goodness.
compared to general population.
Wow.
So it is a high number of physicians are affected by suicide, and same thing with other healthcare professionals.
Right.
So we need to acknowledge it and make seeking help for healthcare should not be a burden. It should not be a challenge for them when they need help. They should be able to connect with either a system like in the hospitals or insurance or medical societies should be able to provide that access very quickly and without stigmatizing them, without putting barriers to their seeking help. Because there is a stigma even for physicians, because they have to answer that question on their applications for credentialing in the
Oh, wow.
hospitals and licensing, and all these things affect their morale to seek help. So we need to address these challenges and barriers. And physicians themselves have to make work-life balance issues more
Yes.
kind of compatible for their profession, because this is a high-stress profession. We cannot afford to neglect our own health unless we are in good health and good mental space. We can't help other people.
Absolutely.
And mistakes will be made because of our distractions, our own distress, and our own burdens that we are facing. So there are so many competing demands on a daily basis in our personal life, professional life, financial situation. So we are easily distracted. So mindfulness is one thing, and connecting with your peers is important thing. Belonging to organized groups is important. Being connected is so important. Loneliness is so deadly. Loneliness is worse than smoking 15 pack cigarettes a day, and it affects your health. It increases by mortality by 45%. So we need to avoid loneliness. Being connected to professional organizations, coming together for celebrations, events, educational events, cultural events, social events, religious events, spiritual events, is so important to feel that unity among ourselves. So that's another important theme of our profession, to come together, celebrate, and join. And that's what Dr. Shah is going to talk next about. So,
Dr. Kohli,
for our well-being.
Dr. Kohli, you're making my job so easy because you perfectly transitioned into exactly what I want to touch on next. Dr. Shah, the API annual convention, coming together with your peers and professionals who are facing the same challenges as you can sometimes have such a significant positive impact, like you said, in a high-stress profession. And we're going to talk all about that, share all the wonderful details. Dr. Shah, your turn is next, but we're stopping for a quick little break here. Please, everyone, stick around. Viewers, आप भी ऐसे ही हमारे साथ जुड़े रहें. ब्रेक के बाद डॉक्टर शाह के साथ आप ही की एनुअल कन्वेंशन के बारे में सारी जानकारी शेयर करेंगे. Welcome back from the break. आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम स्ट्रेट टॉक, एंड ये जो टॉपिक मेडिकल प्रोफेशन में बार बार सुनने को मिल रहा है, यू नो, बर्न आउट, स्ट्रेस, यू नो, फोक्स जो लोगों की सेहत का ख्याल रख रहे हैं, उनकी सेहत का कौन ख्याल रख रहा है? एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो इस ही एग्जैक्ट फोकस को एक प्रायोरिटी बना के कुछ प्रोग्राम्स, कुछ इनिशिएटिव्स लॉन्च कर रही है, एंड इस चीज़ की सारी जानकारी शेयर करने के लिए आप ही की लीडरशिप टीम हमारे साथ जुड़ी हुई है. Welcome back, everyone. It's so good to hear about the focus, the priority that mental health is taking for API. Dr. Anupama, you talked about some of the work that you've done, and Dr. Ravi Kohli as president-elect, as the incoming president of API, not just with your background in psychiatry for over 3 decades, but some of the things that I think even the general public is now reckoning with, that, you know, medical professionals are human beings too. They have families, they go home at the end of the day, they take care of their children or their spouses and their normal duties, and they come and work a 12-hour shift, and save people's lives, right? And they have this extreme stress. And people I think normal people kind of take for granted medical professionals, that, you know, you go to a hospital, you go see your doctor, that they can't be having a bad day. I'm having a bad day. But, you know, this is, especially for the South Asian community, I think we're very well equipped to tackle this particular issue now with some of the cultural tools that we have at our disposal, meditation, yoga, things of that like. And it just so happens India is celebrating its 75th year of independence. What a great year to collaborate with the Indian government in terms of API's annual convention, and to bring some of these mental well-beings, mental health, you know, and meditative practices to front and center. So Dr. Jayesh Shah, you know, even though your specialty is in wound care, hyperbaric, excuse me, this year you're chairing the API convention, and you will also be joining your colleagues in focusing on some of this well-being initiatives for medical professionals. Dr. Shah, welcome to the program. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, first of all, namaskar and sastriyakal to all our viewers, and thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity, and thank you for listening to us. I think Dr. Kohli and Dr. Gotimukula brought issue very front and forward, but just to tell you in one sentence, being a physician, this is the greatest profession in the world. I don't think there's any other profession which is better than being a physician. And the number two, I can tell you this, that, you know, Indian physicians are well regarded throughout the world, not even in United States. So yes. Indian physicians have a heart and a brain that really takes away all, you know, the patient's heart. Patients love Indian physicians. So I'm sure your viewers have Indian physicians, they love us, but I know they work very hard. And the last 2 years has been a very difficult years for a lot of our members and a lot of our physicians. And API being I being the past president of API, I bring a perspective that helps me to kind of gear this convention as to our members, especially who have struggled through last 2 years with COVID-19. So our theme is Heal the Healers. And yes. I'm going to talk about all about the convention because I'm so passionate about this. I'm just waiting to welcome our API members to San Antonio. It's one of the beautiful city in United States. If you haven't visited San Antonio, probably you have not seen United States. You need to be here with Riverwalk and Alamo.
Home of the Alamo, yes. Don't forget the Alamo.
And a great convention center. It's completely upgraded. We have taken good care for each and every one of our members so that even in the COVID-19 situation, we have all the precautions in place to make sure that our members are safe and they're going to have a wonderful convention. So if you really look at it, our theme is mainly rejuvenate. So we want to make sure they come when they go back, they're ready to perform at the highest level. Absolutely. The number two is reunite, because we want all of us to come together. You know, this is a wonderful opportunity. I've been involved in API since I've been in United States, and API convention really brings us a possibility of meeting our old friends. You know, I'm now graduate after 30 years, and it will be so nice to see my classmates coming to my home city, and it will be a great opportunity for me to showcase my home city where I did my karma. You know, I got born. Most of us got born in India, but this is our karma bhuvi, and it will be a great idea to showcase our city. So, you know, all of us are really excited to welcome. So that reunite is really a good another theme that we kind of bring together and rekindle. So we want to work together and really rekindle ourselves, talk about our hardships, and really talk about the joy in medicine together. Yes. And when you go back, practice that medicine. And the third is rejoice. You know, you want to. So that's the four theme we have. So I'm going to go in little detail if I have time of what
Yes, please.
we have
Please
to
go ahead.
expect in the convention.
Please.
So when you come on Thursday, that is your June 23rd,
Yeah.
2022, that's our day where we will be welcoming our members, and that is really our host chapter. So if you look at API, API is not about individuals. You know, our API physicians who are really the foot soldiers who work and makes us look good. So it's not about a president this year and the next year. It's about our members who really work hard. And that's why we look good, because if they are not working hard, we will have nothing to share on this stage, okay? So they are the ones whom we are celebrating. And when they come, we want to really do everything possible that they're happy about it. So our first year is our local chapter, which is called Texas Indian Physician Society. The Texas chapter will host them. So we will start with a Latin fusion dance will be our entertainment, but our CME is about health equity. So we are mainly going to be talking about diversity, health equity. As you see that there is so much disparities in care, and our Indian Asian population is 1 to 2%, but they have a unique health issues. You know, our people have high risk for heart disease, and we are a little different. So our BMIs doesn't match with the normal population. So we're going to discuss all those things in our first day. That is our Thursday. And so on the Friday, we are going to connect with AMA. So the AMA president will be coming. Jack Rezenick will be our keynote speaker in the morning. He will be talking about the burnout and what AMA at the national level is doing. A lot of our Indian physicians are involved in the mainstream AMA. So this is a good way of connecting our AAPI, which is considered ethnic organization, with AMA, which is a national organization. So that's what we will do on Friday. Our CME has multiple things on Friday. We'll be talking about latest in chronic disease management, and especially we'll be talking about South Asian cardiometabolic health and new findings from the Masala study. So please come in. We will be looking at on that. We will be also looking at some digital medicine issues about telemedicine, artificial intelligence, smart apps. And so that's what we'll be focusing on Friday, CME is concerned. Then we'll have on Friday multiple other things that will be very interesting from the program schedule. We'll have a great entertainment. We are trying to have a Bollywood Garba, and we are trying to have a comedian to come for, so that people can have a good laugh while they are having a serious
Laughter is the
talk.
best medicine.
And then, so we are trying to do that on Friday. And then we are getting Indian troupe from Rajasthan, especially for the convention. So this is a courtesy from Indian government. So they are sending us that. And we are also celebrating International Day of Yoga. So these are some unique things that you will never see in any other convention. We have done a tremendous job, our local committee. And as I said, it's not about individuals. We are just getting an opportunity to sign on your TV, but we have so many people working in convention city. Like we have 50 volunteers working every day to make sure we can host everybody from all over the country. So Saturday we have Peter Hotez as our chief guest. And he's going to talk about global vaccine. If you know about Peter Hotez, he's a nominee for Nobel Prize. So we'll be talking about that. And then we have a session on aftermath of COVID pandemic and how to navigate successful medicine practice in United States. So we have multiple tracks for what we are going to do for all our physicians, but the main thing is wellness package. That's all 3 days, and we have Saratha Joyce, who's coming from India, and he's going to do a workshop, and he's one of the top-notch guy as far as yoga is concerned. And we are having Satbir Bilbul Salsa from Harvard, and he's going to be talking about yoga and science. So it's going to be fabulous. On Riverwalk, there will be hundreds of people doing
Yes.
yoga, and it will be live
Oh my
telecasted
gosh.
throughout the world. You won't be able to see something like this anywhere else. On Riverwalk, people performing yoga with Sarah Joyce. This is what you're going to expect. So this is the unique convention. Make sure you tell all your members to come. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's all I will say.
Dr.
Thank you.
Shah, you make it sound so inviting that I am not a physician by any means. And even I want to show up just for some of these programs. And of course, San Antonio is such a lovely city. The Riverwalk is such a unique place. I can't imagine, it full of South Asian physicians, folks practicing yoga, talking about wellness. That is really going to be a special few days. Once again, June 23rd through the 26th of this year. Once again, API is giving everyone an opportunity to come together to reunite and really reignite that passion with which you speak about the medical profession. So exciting. At the end of the day, API, I think Dr. Shah, you said it best, would be nothing without its members, without all of the hardworking individuals that come together collectively as a team. And I kind of want to get a little message from all of you about folks that may be considering becoming a member of API, especially the younger generation that is just starting their career out in this profession, that may not, this may not be on their radar or may not be a priority, why it's so important to be a part of an organization like API. We have to stop for one last commercial break here. Please, group, don't go anywhere. And viewers, आप भी ऐसे ही हमारे साथ टिके रहें. API में मेंबरशिप के क्या कुछ बेनिफिट्स होते हैं, खास करके अगर आप एक यंगर प्रोफेशनल, यंगर मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल हैं, आप सोच रहे हैं अपने करियर को कैसे और बढ़ाना है और डेवलप करना है, प्रोफेशनल नेटवर्किंग कैसे करनी चाहिए, इन सारी चीज़ों की बात करेंगे ब्रेक के उस पार. के बाद एक बार फिर सारे हमारे दर्शकों को एक प्यार भरी स्वागत इस प्रोग्राम स्ट्रेट टॉक में. एक स्पेशल प्रोग्राम आपके साथ लेके आज शाम हाजिर हुए हैं. ये जो मेरा अगला पोर्शन इस प्रोग्राम का होगा, खास करके हमारे जो यंगर मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल्स हैं. जब आप अपना करियर नया शुरू करते हो, ज़्यादातर हमारा फोकस होता है कि करियर में अपने पैर हम जमा लें, कि अपने जो गोल्स हैं उनको हिट कर लें, डेडलाइंस हैं उनको हिट कर लें, जो नेक्स्ट स्टेप है उस पर हमेशा नज़र होती है, खास करके मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल्स की जितनी इतनी स्ट्रेन्यूअस करियर पाथ होता है. बट दैट बीइंग सेड, सिर्फ एक प्रोफेशनल को डेवलपमेंट के लिए अपने काम में ही नहीं माहिर होना पड़ता, बट नेटवर्किंग में भी माहिर होना पड़ता है. एंड मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए नेटवर्किंग के लिए एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एग्जिस्ट करती है दैट मे बी एट द फोर फ्रंट ऑफ दिस टाइप ऑफ नेटवर्किंग एंड करियर बिल्डिंग. सो मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है आज शाम के इस प्रोग्राम में अमेरिकन एसोसिएशन ऑफ फिजिशियंस ऑफ इंडियन ओरिजिन API की लीडरशिप पास्ट एंड प्रेजेंट हमें ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं. सो एक बार फिर सारे पैनलिस्ट को स्वागत करते हैं. What a full house, right? Dr. Jay Shah, past president, current chair of the API convention. Dr. Anupama, current president. You've done so much in the last year, and it's been such a challenging year. And of course, Dr. Ravi Kohli, incoming president-elect. In a few months, you will be taking the reins. But Dr. Kohli, it's so promising to hear some of the priorities that you'll be bringing to the table, especially for medical professionals that are struggling with some huge issues that most people just don't understand the gravity or the severity of. So we thank you all, not just for your work as professionals, but your involvement and your work in this organization. It's doing so much to promote not just well-being, but further professional development. And so I kind of want to talk about that, especially for some of the younger folks that may be watching us, that, like I said before, maybe API is not on their radar. They're too busy, completing their residency or getting their feet, settled in their new jobs, kind of getting the hang of it all. And the last thing they're thinking about is networking, right? Or joining an organization. So, Dr. Anupama, I want to start with you on this, right? We've talked a little bit about this before, but today, with your cohorts by your side and this big convention coming up, please say a few words in closing about the importance of especially younger professionals joining an organization such as API.
Right. Yes. Younger physicians. My daughter is a physician. My son-in-law is a physician. So I know what they are looking for. And so mostly these younger physicians, they are still in that early ages of settlement, and they're looking for matches, or looking for a life partner. I think this is a perfect venue. They come and they network and they find their life partner. And not only that, it helps mixing of older physicians versus younger physicians. Like they look for mentorship from us. So they're looking for a career building, like medical students especially. They want to pick a specialty and they need mentorship, so that helps. So we kind of guide them, if they have any questions. And so we meet twice a year. The younger physicians, they have a winter medical conference which just happened in March in Tampa, and they also come and gather in the annual convention. So they have their own specific activities. And a lot of students are looking for opportunities to get into residencies, and so we have ECFMG leadership come in and they give how to get into the residency, and for foreign medical graduates especially, it's very useful. And also they have residents present these abstracts, poster presentations. So that will strengthen their skills in presentation, and getting involved into research and career building is very important. And also, like API has this member benefit that we have resolved, which helps with when you have a contract to be reviewed. A lot of us have a lot of questions which we don't know. So API has an organization which is helping us to review the contracts for a very decent price. And so this is one of the benefit for the members. And they like to network, they like to mix and mingle among themselves. So it's a perfect venue for them to come and network with their own like-minded people. So these are various things we have to attract new physicians, young physicians to come into API. So the membership is free for medical students, and we charge only $100 for young physicians. And the young physician definition is up till 10 years from the start of their career, so they can come and join us. And I would like to have Ravi Kohli add a few more things to what we have been doing. His daughter as well is in residency right now.
I have to say, before I go to Dr. Kohli, Dr. Anupama, the bit that you mentioned about, it's a great place to meet potential matches. I think even if the physicians don't necessarily pick up on that because they're too busy building their careers, their parents are certainly taking note and will be pushing their single sons and daughters to attend and hopefully meet someone. I know parents worry about this kind of thing all the time. Dr. Kohli, exactly like Dr. Anupama mentioned, please, what would you like to say to folks on why it's so important to join an organization such as API?
I'm one of those parents. My daughter just started residency in psychiatry in Temple in Philadelphia.
Wow.
And like Anupama said, we have two sections called the YPS, Young Physician section, and the MSRF, Medical Student Residents and Fellows section. They just concluded their winter medical conference in Tampa 2 weeks ago, and they're all going to come there, and they're going to present their own session, their own activities, their own social networking, professional networking opportunities for them. So please come. Young physicians need to be connected, and I think networking gives you a lot of energy, a lot of ideas. Sometimes being connected to your own small group in geographically or your own institution doesn't give you the broad view of the economics of medicine, the opportunities in medicine, the avenues, entrepreneurship opportunities, social service opportunities, community service opportunities, even legislative leadership opportunities.
Right.
a lot of physicians are running for office these days.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
so that'll be another opportunity for them to connect with the legislators and legislative kind of how to navigate that space.
Yeah.
Because a lot of physicians are not well represented in the Congress, unlike the lawyers. So we need to bring more physicians into leadership roles in the state level, local levels, and national levels. So they represent the patients and their own profession to the best. Because nobody else will do it. Nobody else can do it.
Absolutely, and I think now is probably the best time for folks to understand the value of public policy and medical policy going hand in hand. I mean, if COVID isn't a perfect example of that, I don't know what is. In closing, Dr. Shah, once again, we have this really exciting convention, fun convention. Like I said, I'm not a medical professional. Even I want to attend just to do yoga on the Riverwalk in San Antonio. But, you know, especially for younger people that are like, oh my God, a convention, and they don't necessarily think about all of the benefits of attending both personally and professionally. You know, please, what's your call to action for those watching, not just about API membership, but about the convention?
Well, for the young physicians and medical student and residents and fellow, I would like to say that you're going to have a parallel session like which will be just specific for what they need. You know, so what has happened in a long time, this is the 40th year of API. Now, a lot of our members are graduate of schools in United States because our diaspora is increasing. Their needs are different, and we as a forward-thinking organization is always looking for how to cater or gear our programs to them so that they are the future and they are going to be sitting where Dr. Kohli and Dr. Gotimukula is there right now. And that's what we are looking forward to, that this is where API needs to go, because they are the ones who are going to have to lead this organization forward. And so we have everything that Dr. Gotimukula and Dr. Kohli are talking about. We will have meet the mentors. They will be able to meet the program directors. They will be able to meet the private practice doctors like us who can help them navigate how to start a practice. They can give you, you know, Indian doctors, the senior doctors, they love to give advice and they love to help our younger folks. So, you know, this is a perfect opportunity to have one-to-one discussion about any difficult questions they have about their career. We're going to have singles event. So
Very nice.
whatever Dr. Gotimukula is saying, we're going to have that. Their entertainment is separate. So they
Yes.
are able to intermingle and talk about their issues in their own space. So they don't have to feel like, you know, there's uncle watching them, you know, they're going to have their space, you know. So they will be able to enjoy on the Riverwalk and have their space and have their own agenda. So now for a lot of residents and medical students, we have a research poster session. This is all digital now, and they can submit a poster and also present a research and win prizes, because a lot of senior API members have given donations so that we can give prize to the best poster and
Wow.
so best you know, research. So those are the things that they will be able to do. So this is a great opportunity for them to join us and, you know, take a leadership of this organization and just put it forward. We want them to take it over. You know, we don't want any more for us to do it. We want them to take on and we want them to become the next president. That's what we want.
Honestly, such inspiring words that, and empowering for the youth as well, that there is a platform for you. You just have to step up and take charge and become the leaders of tomorrow. Dr. Jayesh Shah, former president of API, current chair of the upcoming API convention, June 23rd to 26th in San Antonio. Dr. Anupama Gotimukula, current president of API, a real woman leader. So inspiring to hear about your work. And of course, Dr. Ravi Kohli, president-elect. You'll be taking charge as president, and some of the priorities you'll be focusing on are desperately needed. So it's great to hear about those initiatives for API, for the medical profession. professional community. So great talking with you all once again. Thank you for your work, thank you for your service and the leadership with which you're leading this wonderful organization. For all questions regarding the organization, about the convention, viewers can note the website on the screen, and we urge viewers to get in touch with you guys, whether it's for membership, whether it's for the convention. Have a good rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you at the convention soon. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
यहाँ पे ही प्रोग्राम की समाप्ति करते हैं. Once again, AAPI, the American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin, an organization जो 30 से ज़्यादा सालों से इंडियन अमेरिकन फिजिशंस को जोड़ के एक यूनिट की तरह, एक पावर हाउस की तरह इस कंट्री में अपना इम्पैक्ट भी डाल रही है, ओवरसीज़ भी इम्पैक्ट डाल रही है. एंड आज जब हम एक बार फिर इनकी एनुअल कन्वेंशन की बात करें, एक अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफर करिए सारे मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल्स को इकट्ठे होने का, नेटवर्क करने का, एंड टू जस्ट काइंड ऑफ rekindle and re-energize after these trying 2 years. So इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को लेके उनकी अपकमिंग कन्वेंशन जो कि जून 23rd to 26th हो रही है, उसको लेके या हमारे लिए कोई भी आपके पास क्वेश्चंस, कमेंट्स या कंसर्न्स हो, आप हमेशा हमें लिख सकते हैं info@justbroadcasting.com, ashmita@justbroadcasting.com. अब हमें सारों को दिए इजाज़त. नमस्कार.